Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Tonight we're going to play another game from the 1961 season, featuring the career replay of Carl Yastrzemski, his rookie season, 1961. This is game number 12 of the season. The Red Sox were able to get a victory in yesterday's game after losing 6 in a row. So they have a current record of 3-8. They were actually 6-5 coming into this game, which unfortunately they did lose. So the Red Sox have a chance to get a victory today and win the series here, and get a game back and go to 4-8. So there'll only be 2 games off their pace if they can get a win today. But they'll have their work cut out for them as they'll be facing Flank Larry for the Detroit Tigers. He had a record of 23-9 in 1961, 3.24 ERA, 275 innings pitched, only 252 hits allowed, 146 strikeouts, and 64 walks. So the Red Sox will send a lineup as the following against the Tigers here at Tiger Stadium. Chuck Schilling will bat first and play second. Gary Geiger, the center fielder, bats second. Carl Yastrzemski, the left fielder, bats third. Vic Wertz is the first baseman today. He'll bat cleanup. Batting fifth is the right fielder, Jackie Jensen. Batting sixth is the third baseman, Pete Runnels. Behind the plate is Russ Nixon, batting seventh. Batting eighth is the shortstop, Pumpsy Green. And on the mound, batting ninth and pitching is Tom Brewer. So the outfield around Larry is as follows: Colavito, Bruton, and Kaline. Colavito with above average range, both Bruton and Kaline with excellent range, and very little error potential out there. Very short-handed outfield. The Colavito and Kaline have above average arms. Bruton in center has an average arm. In the infield, it's Boros, Fernandez, Wood, and Cash. The infield not so great, as good as the outfield. Fernandez and Wood up the middle are average. Boros and Cash on the corners. Boros is below average, and Cash on the corner, first base, is average range. Fernandez will commit the most errors out of anybody there, and not sure exactly why they gave Fernandez a -1, because they don't usually give the infielders an arm rating, but Fernandez for some reason has a -1 there. I don't know if he is also maybe an outfielder too, and they accidentally put that in there. Don't know. So anyway, Brown behind the plate has average range and will commit his fair share of errors there. But he has an excellent arm behind the plate. Or he could be a catcher too, possibly. Maybe that's why. But still, normally you don't have the arm ratings at shortstop. And Larry on the mound has excellent range and very short-handed, as he commits only a few errors. So Chuck Schilling comes into the game hitting .273 with 1 run batted in. Larry looks in for the sign from Brown. Here's a windup in the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit for Schilling. So a good start for the Red Sox as they get the lead man on. Gary Geiger up now. He's off to an excellent start, hitting .349 with 2 homers and 5 runs batted in. I believe he had a home run in yesterday's game, as the Red Sox had a whole bunch of home runs in yesterday's game. So 5-6. So that is going to be... Oh, he avoids the strikeout. Instead, he flies out to Kaline in right for out number 1. And it looks like they're going to have Schilling try to steal. And he's going to be gunned down. So Schilling caught stealing. Brings up the captain, Carl Yastrzemski. He's off to a slow start for his career, hitting just .167 in 36 at-bats, 3 runs scored. Still looking for his first home run and RBI. Oh, man. If he was a righty, he would have had an excellent shot at a home run here. Unfortunately, he is not. But he will get a base hit. So 2-out single for Yastrzemski. And it's a pickoff play. Yastrzemski's back safely. So that'll bring up Vic Wirtz. Wirtz hitting .222 on the season with 3 homers and 4 runs batted in. Now I think he might have had 2 home runs yesterday. I know there was one Red Sox player that had 2 home runs, and I think it might have been Wirtz. I think there might have been 2 solo home runs, or a home run and a 2-run homer. Solo home run and 2-run homer. So Wirtz steps into the box. Wirtz. Larry delivers. And he'll draw a walk. So Yastrzemski moves into scoring position, so runners on first and second with 2 down. So Jackie Jensen with an RBI opportunity here. .293 hitter with a homer and 6 runs batted in. I think Jensen might have hit a home run too in yesterday's game. And no, does not get hit by the pitch. But this could be extra bases, and it is. It's going to be a double. So Jensen gets himself an RBI double, and it looks like they're going to send Wirtz around the score also. So the Red Sox take a 2-0 lead on the 2-run double by Jackie Jensen. So a good start for the Red Sox. So to bring up Pete Runnels, and I know Runnels hit a home run yesterday. .273 hitter with 2 homers and 5 runs batted. It could have been Runnels that hit 2 home runs, but I think he only hit 1. We're gonna have to check afterward. Is what we're gonna have to do here. And he will fly out to center, and that'll do it. But the Red Sox score 2 on a 2-run double by Jackie Jensen and take a 2-0 2-run lead as Detroit comes to bat. It'll be Tom Brewer pitching for the Red Sox. He's got an 0-1 record, but with a 3.21 ERA, 3-2 on the actual season. 14 innings pitched, 8 hits allowed, 2 strikeouts and 5 walks. So the lineup for the hometown Detroit Tigers is going to be Jake Wood. The second baseman bats first. Bill Bruton will play center and bat second. Batting third is the Hall of Famer Al Kaline, the right fielder. Batting fourth is going to be Rocky Calavito, the left fielder. Batting fifth and playing first, Norm Cash. Third baseman Steve Burrows bats sixth. Dick Brown behind the plate batting seventh. Chico Fernandez is the shortstop and bats eighth. And on the mound batting ninth is Frank Larry. So Wood steps into the box. He's hitting 2. Well, we can't really go by his stats since, as I mentioned before, we're not playing all the games of the Detroit Tigers or any other teams that the Red Sox are playing. Only the Red Sox will have their full schedules, as it would take forever to play each individual game, as there is no AI, so you have to play every game out. So instead of having a series that would take forever, we're going to just play the Red Sox games and a handful maybe of some other games. But primarily it's going to be a Red Sox Kyle Yastrzemski replay. And Wood will walk. So Brewer walks the first batter he faces. And it's going to be Bill Bruton up now. Bruton hit 257 on the season with 17 homers and 63 runs batted in. And let's go with Jake Wood's actual stats here. So Jake Wood hit 258 with 11 homers and 69 runs batted in. He is a threat to steal, as he did steal 30 bases on the season. But they're going to go with a hit and run here. And that's going to be a base hit. Wood, who is on the move, will advance to third, so a hit and run executed to perfection. So the tying runs are on. Runners at the corners with nobody out, as Nixon goes out to talk to Brewer. Settles him down, goes back behind the plate. Dangerous Al Kaline up now. Al Kaline hit 324 with 19 homers and 82 runs batted in 61. He does not strike out. The Red Sox are playing back in double play depth, so they will concede the run. And yes, he is going to try and score. And no, it's going to try for the double play. And Wood will come in to score. The only play is going to be to first by Schilling. So the fielder's choice. Kaline gets an RBI ground out. And Bruton advances to second. So to bring up Rocky Colavito. Rocky Colavito had a monster year in 1961. 290 average with 45 homers and 140 runs batted in. So Brewer's got to be careful with him. And it's going to be a ground out to short. And Green has to come in on it, so Bruton will advance to third. But there's 2 down now as Green throws over to Wirtz for the out. So it'll bring up Norm Cash. Norm Cash hit a whopping 361 in 1961, and I believe he led the league with that in the 361 average. I'm like 90% sure. I think I did check on that in the last game. Also a threat to steal. He had 11 stolen bases, but with 41 homers and 132 runs batted in, so very dangerous. Detroit middle of the order. Those are similar numbers to Ortiz and Ramirez in 04. As Miss Maggs is at the door, we'll let her in just a second. Actually, we'll pause and let her in right now. We'll be right back. Alright, when we're back, and we're enjoying a nice cup of Dean's Beans coffee, which we won at a little raffled at a coffee shop that's going to be going in the near future. And they're from Western Mass, so El Red Sox fan, I don't know if you've ever heard of Dean's Beans coffee place, but I definitely recommend checking them out, as I heard they're from Western Mass, around your area, so I know you're a coffee drinker there, so check them out. Dean's Beans, a very good coffee. So anyway, this game is brought to you by Dean's Beans. So Russ Nixon will lead it off for the Red Sox here in the top of the second. It'll be Nixon, Green, and Brewer, the bottom third of the Red Sox order, up against Larry. So Nixon hitting well in the season, hitting .280 with a run batted in 25 at-bats. Nixon, a defensive liability, but has a pretty good bat. And it's going to be a possible error on a throw here. And it's going to be an error check, and there will be an error by Fernandez at short. So Fernandez with the throwing error, which is going to allow Nixon to reach. So the leadoff runner is on the error for the Red Sox. It'll bring up Pumpsy Green. Green hitting .275 with 3 homers and 8 runs batted in. And Green is going to strike out. So 1 down now for Tom Brewer. And he's going to be called upon the bunt here. So I don't know why that does. A lot of times the pitcher's actual stats don't show up there, and you have to go in here and go into here and find them. But a lot of guys hit .098. I don't know if that's just a generic default or what, but a lot of guys hit that .098, I've noticed. So anyway, it doesn't matter as he's going to bunt anyway. 6-2. And it's bunted too hard. So let's see what's going to happen here. And it looks like, I can get the cursor to work, that it's going to be, they're going to get the lead runner. So it's an unsuccessful bunt by Brewer. He bunts it too hard. So they basically trade places as the slower runner Brewer is on now. So runner on first and 2 down for top of the order Schilling. Schilling singled his first time up. And this time he'll strike out. So we'll head to the bottom of the second with the Red Sox up by a score of 2-1. So the Tigers will have Boros, Brown, and Hernandez up against Brewer. It's going to be a Tiger Stadium check. And it's going to be a ground out to Schilling at second for out number 1. Dick Brown up now. And we didn't talk about Boros' stats here, so let's check those out for a second. So Boros was a .270 hitter with 5 homers and 62 runs batted in. Brown is a .266 hitter with 16 homers and 45 runs batted in. So a bunch of Tigers have some decent pop. So they definitely can hurt you. And that's going to be a fly out to Yastrzemski for out number 2. So 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Tigers down by a run. It's going to hit .248 with 3 homers and 40 runs batted in. And Hernandez, the light hitting Hernandez, is going to take Brewer yard to tie the game. So Fernandez, who only hit 3 home runs on the entire season and 435 at-bats, hits one here off of Brewer. Let's talk about a needle in the haystack. So it's a 2-2 game now. That brings up the pitcher, Frank Leary. No one's happier than Leary. Leary not a bad hitter. Hit .231 with a homer and 5 runs batted in and 108 at-bats. And he'll pop up to Schilling for out number 3. As we take another sip of coffee. So it'll bring up Geiger, who's 0 for 1. And Geiger will fly out to Colavito for out number 1. Brings up Yastrzemski, who singled and came around the score. Average now up to 189. And that's going to be a walk. And having looked at Yastrzemski's stats, Yastrzemski actually started off pretty slow. I think at this time he was only hitting in the 220s, so he's not that far off from that, so no need to worry. So Yastrzemski draws the walk. So 1 on and 1 out for Vic Wertz. Keep wanting to call him Dick Wertz. Vic Wertz. He walked and scored his first time up also. Oh, and Wertz for the possible home run here. So 1-16 off the lefties. Wertz is a lefty, so if we have a 50-50 shot here. So does he hit the home run? He does not, as he just barely misses it. Instead, he'll ground out to short. So Wertz almost puts the Red Sox back up on top. But he does move Yastrzemski over at least. So there'll be a runner in scoring position with 2 down for Jackie Jensen, who knocked in both Red Sox runs with a 2-run double. And it's going to be a pickoff. No pickoff there. So let's see if Jensen can put the Red Sox back up on top. He does not walk, but he flies out to center. So that'll do it for the Red Sox, as they're unable to get the go-ahead run home. And it's 2-2 after 2 full. So Brewer will face the top of the order, Wood, Bruton, and K-line up. Wood walked and scored his first time up. And he'll ground out to Runnels at third for out number 1. Bruton up now, singled his first time up. And he'll also ground out to Runnels at third for out number 2. So 2 quick outs in the Tiger third. Brings up K-line at an RBI ground out. And Runnels handles all 3 chances. And the Tigers go down in order in the bottom of the third. So after 3 full, it's knotted up at 2. So Runnels will lead it off. Runnels 0 for 1 on the day. Red Sox trying to get their second straight victory after dropping the 6 in a row. And that's going to be a base hit off of his card. So Runnels, his first hit of the day. And Larry's going to try to pick him off. And he'll get back safely. It's going to be a possible error on a throw here. So that will not be effective as it's a fly ball. And he'll fly out the K-line for out number 1. Reynolds has the hold at first. So Green up now. He struck out his first time up. And he's going to ground into a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Red Sox in the top of the 4th. After 3.5, it's still knotted up at 2. Colavito, Cash, and Burrows up against Brewer. Colavito 0 for 1 in the day. And he's going to rock a double to center field over Geiger's head all the way to the wall. So Norm Cash with an opportunity to put the Tigers ahead here. He's 0 for 1 on the day. And he will fly out to... And Yastrzemski is going to be just barely be able to get to this one. So great play by Yastrzemski as Colavito holds at second. So 1 down now for Boros, 0 for 1. And he'll get the job done as Colavito comes around the score. And Boros holds at first. So Detroit back up in front. Well, in front for the first time, 3-2 now. Thanks to the RBI single by Boros. Still only 1 out. 1 out and runner on first for Dick Brown, 0 for 1. And he's going to draw the walk. So Nixon goes out the top to Brewer, tries to settle him down, get him back focused. So first and second with just 1 down, Red Sox are going to play back and try to turn 2. Chico Fernandez homered his first time up. Solo home run. Only hit 3 in the season, but has already hit his first here in this game. And that's going to be hit to, let's see, that is going to be hit to shortstop Green. It's going to go over to second for 1. Return throw is not in time as Fernandez beats it out. So it'll be runners at the corners with 2 down. But the pitcher Larry, 0 for 1. And Brewer gets him swinging. But Detroit's able to score 1 and takes a 3-2 lead as we head to the top of the 5th. Brewer will lead it off for the Red Sox. And they're going to let him bat. And he'll strike out. Top of the order, Schilling, 1 for 2. And Schilling, no, not quite here. Needed a 1 to 10 on that dial. It was an 18. Instead, he'll ground out the third for out number 2. And ramp Geiger. Geiger 0 for 2 on the day. It's going to be a range play. And Wood's able to get to it. Fires over to Cash. And the Red Sox go 1, 2, 3. So halfway through, it's Detroit 3 and Red Sox 2. It'll be top of the order. Wood, Bruton, and Kaline again up for the Tigers. Third time they've let off an inning. And he'll fly out to Yastrzemski in left for out number 1. So Bill Bruton comes to the plate now. 1 for 2 on the day. And grounds out to Schilling. Score that a 4-3 for out number 2. Kaline up today. Up now. 0 for 2 with an RBI. And he's going to get a base hit off of his card. So 2-out single by Kaline. Second hit of the day. Brings up Colavito. Doubled and a run score. 1 for 2. And he draws the walk. So it'll put runners on first and second with 2 down for Norm Cash. Hitless on the day. And Schilling's unable to get to that one. And Kaline will come around the score. Colavito goes to third. And it's now a 4-2 Tiger lead. And Brewers officially tied. And we'll be right back. And Muffet, who it starts earlier in the year, is going to come in. I guess he was relegated to the bullpen as he did pitch an inning and 2/3 here, so he's going to come in here in relief. So Muffet comes in. Muffet with an 0-1 record with 1 save, 5.73 ERA, 11 innings pitched, 17 hits allowed, 4 strikeouts and 1 walk. So again, not too far off from his actual stats, which were not good. So Muffet comes on with the runners on first and third and 2 down. He'll face Boros, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI. And he strikes him out. Come on. I can't seem to get to highlight that. There we go. Why is that not going? There we go. It's right next to the record on-off button, so that could be why. Sorry, Yastrzemski. It'll be Yastrzemski, Wirtz, and Jensen up for the Red Sox. Down by 2. Yastrzemski's 1 for 1 with a run scored and also has a walk. And Yastrzemski does not strike out. And he's going to have himself his second hit of the day. So a good day for Yastrzemski, as he's going to bump his average up to 211 now. And Yastrzemski's going to try and steal here. Ooh, down by 2. Yeah, we'll try it. Why not? And he's going to be gunned down. And Yastrzemski gets aggressive there, and he gets gunned down. So Wirtz up now, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. And he'll ground out to second. So that could have been a double play there too, so no harm, no foul. Sometimes you got to get aggressive. Sometimes no risk, no reward. So Jackie Jensen, 1 for 2 with a 2-run double. Get the Red Sox 2 runs for the day. Ooh, and that's going to be a base hit. So 2 outs and a runner on first for Pete Reynolds, who's 1 for 2. Pete Reynolds representing the tying run. And that's going to be a wild pitch. So Jensen will move into scoring position. And he's going to ground out to short to end the inning. So the Red Sox unable to chip into the lead, and it's 4-2 now as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Muffet on after facing one batter and retiring him last inning. He'll face bottom third of the order, Brown, Fernandez in the pitcher's spot. We'll see if they leave Larry in. Ooh, and that's going to be a base hit. He's going to hold at first. So Chico Fernandez up now. Fernandez 1 for 2 with a solo home run. And he draws a walk. So first 2 runners on for the Tigers. And let's see, I think we're going to have him bunt, so we may leave him in. Yeah, he's still got some gas in the tank, so pretty good bunter, so we're going to have him sacrifice. And the lead run is going to be thrown out. So who fields? Oh, so Nixon's going to field it. Fires over to Green for the out. And they'll get the lead runner. Oops. Actually, let's see here. Oh, this is right. This will work all right. Because Larry, okay. Just didn't advance him. But they did get the middle runner out here. Okay, so we're good. Oh, the lead runner, though. Hold on there. So we're going to have to do that again. That's right. Alright, so let's try that again. So we have to throw the lead runner out. So that's going to be hard to duplicate, but I think we can. I think we landed on this. Let's do the same thing again. There we go. Lead runner out. So Brown is going to be forced out. Okay. I guess we just do this. Oh, okay. That automatically did it right there. Okay. So we're good. Alright, so he bunts it too hard. And Nixon's able to fire to Runnels. As Runnels is able to get back. So 1 down now. The runners on first and second. Top of the order, Wood. Wood 0 for 2 with a run scored. Also has walked once. Pitch by Muffet. And this is going to be a possible double play. No, it looks like they're just going to go to first, as it was not hit that hard. So they'll get the short out at first and retire Wood. This moves the runners up, but now with 2 down. Bill Bruton 1 for 3 up now. And that's going to be a base hit. And that's going to plate 2 runs. So Muffet, it's going to be all for Muffet. So Pinky Higgins comes and takes out Muffet. Any motions for the righty? Looks like Stallard, Tracy Stallard to come in. So Tracy Stallard comes in now. Now a 6-2 lead. So Stallard comes in with an 0-1 record, 5.84 ERA, 7 2/3 innings pitched, 6 hits allowed, 5 walks, and 2 strikeouts. So he's been pretty wild so far this year. So he'll face K-Line, who's 1 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. And he'll fly out to Yastrzemski, and that'll do it. But the Tigers score another 2 runs and lead it 6-2 after 6 full. So bottom 30 over Nixon, Green, and Stallard up for the Red Sox. Nixon 0 for 2. And he's going to fly out to Bruton in center. The first out of the 7th. Pumpsy Green up now, 0 for 2. And Wood is going to be able to handle this one cleanly. No error. So for second out. Still not much of a hitter. Alright. I guess we're going to take out Stallard for a pinch hitter. So it looks like Hardy and Rapolsky and Pagliaroni were used as pinch hitters. Let's see who the computer picks. Jim Berg, no. No. Give it one more shot. Hardy. Okay, let's go with Hardy. So Hardy comes in the pinch hit for Stallard. Hardy 2 for 10 on the season with an RBI. Here's the pitch by Larry. That's going to be a base hit, so a pinch hit single for Hardy. See if they can do anything with it. Schilling up now, 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch by Larry. And he's going to draw the walk. So the Red Sox with a little 2-out rally here. Brings up Geiger. Geiger currently 0 for 3 on the day. And he's going to fly out to Bruton, who makes the catch to retire the side. So the Red Sox cannot chip in the lead in it. They remain down by 4 as we head to the 7th inning stretch time. So the Red Sox will have to go to the pen once again. And this time they are going to bring in Nichols, a lefty. So Chet Nichols comes in. 1-0 record with 3 innings pitched. Has not allowed an earned run with a walk and a strikeout. So he'll face Colavito, Cash, and Boros. Colavito 1 for 2 with a double, 1 run scored. Oh, thankfully, it's only a 1-8 here, and it's a 16. As Colavito would have been, if this would have been green, then this would have been green automatically. 6, so he hits 20 for both lefties and righties. So he'll fly out to Yastrzemski for out number 1. Norm Cash up now, 1 for 3 with an RBI. And he flies out to Geiger. Steve Burrows, 1 for 3 with an RBI. And he gets him. And the Tigers go in order in the 7th, so ahead to the 8th. The Red Sox down by 4. Yastrzemski, Wirtz, and Jensen up against Larry. There is action in the Detroit bullpen as Hank Aguirre is loosening up. And he'll fly out to right for the first out of the 8th. Wirtz 0 for 2 with a run scored. Also flies out for out number 2. This time he flies out to left. So we have Jackie Jensen having a good day today. Has a 2-run double. Also has a single, so 2 for 3 on the day. And it's going to be a range play. I don't know why the... Okay, I see it now. 2-5. It's going to be a range play. It's too bad it wasn't a 4 there. That probably could have been a home, a 2-run homer. I mean, a solo homer. Instead, it's going to be a grounded to Cash. who makes the play unassisted. And that's it for the Red Sox in the top of the 8th. So Nichols back on for another inning. It's going to be Brown, Fernandez, and Larry up for the Tigers. Brown 1 for 2 with a walk. And he strikes him out. It's the second K of the day for Nichols. Brings up Fernandez, 1 for 2 with a solo home run. Oh, we're going to have a rare play. So first baseman chases foul ball in the stands. Resolve check for injury to first baseman after the range play. Uh-oh. That's going to be a possible injury on Wirtz. And Wirtz is injured. Will miss the rest of the game. So just this game. So, all right. So Wirtz. So we're going to bring in for Wirtz now. Let's see. Is it going to be Don Guile or Billy Harrell? Now Billy Harrell did come in and pinch hit, so I think we're going to go with him. Oh, no, it wasn't Billy Harrell. It was Terrell Hardy, who already came in. So we're still going to bring in, I think, because he had more at-bats, too. A little bit better defensively, too. So we're going to go with Billy Harrell to replace Wirtz here. Hopefully the Red Sox can get to Harrell. That means they will have scored a couple runs. Anyway, so Chet Nichols now faces Chico Fernandez after that foul ball. Well, still faces him. Count 0-1. And he'll ground out the Schilling for the second out. So Frank Leary will be lifted for a pinch hitter, even though it's not a save situation. I think he will anyway. Let's check his stats. Yeah. So Larry is being lifted for a pinch, called back for a pinch hitter. And he did not use a pinch hitter in the game, so let's see who they pick here. Bubba Morton. That works. So Bubba Morton comes on the pinch hit. 287 hitter on the season with 2 homers and 19 runs batted in. Had 108 regular season at-bats. And he'll ground out to end the inning.
Remember to get your copy of the souvenir program.
All right, so Hank Aguirre. He's going to come in to face a couple of lefties here. Non-save situation. So Aguirre, 4-4 record on the season with 3.27 ERA, 8 saves, 55 innings pitched, 44 hits allowed, 35 walks and 32 strikeouts. So that's a bit of a control bomb at times. Ronald's 1 for 3. Will lead it off for the Red Sox here in the top of the 9th. Red Sox needing 4. Possible error here. And he'll fly out to Bruton for out number 1. No error. So it brings up Nixon. And Nixon, I think, is going to be... I did say Pagliarone did get a pinch hit. So I'm going to lift Nixon for a pinch hitter. And it's going to be... Jim Pagliarone. Pags will come in. Okay, why didn't he come in? And we have a runtime error. We'll be right back. Alrighty. That was a 1-5-6-1. For some reason it didn't give me the last batter here, so 6-1. Alright, so now we're going to go try again to replace Nixon here. with Pagliaroni. There we go. This time it works. So Pags, Jim Pagliaroni comes in the pinch hit for Nixon. 250 on the season with a home run, 4 runs batted in. 1 down in the Red Sox 9th. And Pagliaroni is going to draw a walk. And we're going to immediately go and replace him with a pinch runner. Not much better though. But I guess we can take whatever we can get. So let's bring in Don Budden. We're probably going to get an error. There we go. So Budden comes in. Pinch hit. To pinch run for Pagliaroni. So Pumpsy Green up now 1 for 3. It's going to be a range play. And Fernandez is going to get it, and this could be the ball game. And nope, thankfully we replaced. So that made a difference there, as Pagliaroni would have got. That would have been a double play with Pagliaroni runnings, but instead they just get the 4. So we're almost done, but not quite. So let's bring up our ace pinch hitter here. Rip Rapolsky. Gotta love that name. Hopefully he'll rip one here, but even if he does, it'll still be a 2-run deficit. So Rapolsky, he can't rip one because he has no home runs on the season. He is 3 for 3 though as a pinch hitter, so he's been money so far. 280 hitter in the actual season. Let's see if he can continue his hot hitting here and get his 4th pinch hit in a row. And he will not, as he's going to fly out to end the ball game. So the Red Sox, as in real life, they fall to the Detroit Tigers. 6-2 in this game. They actually lost 9-5. And in reality, Brewer got the loss and Larry got the win. Well, it looks like Larry is going to get the win here, and I think Brewer will get the loss. And yes, Larry gets the win. He's 1-0. Well, can't really go by that. But he gets the win anyway. Brewer falls to 0-2. He was actually 2-1 in the actual season, so. This was one of his losses, so it's 2. So that's pretty much the big part of the difference in the Red Sox record is the 2 starts that Brewer got wins in. The Red Sox, I guess, ended up losing. So kind of what it looks like here. All right, so let's go to the stats. So here we go. So Schilling. Actually, let's go to the pitching first. So Larry gets the win. 8 innings pitched, 7 hits allowed, 2 runs, both of them earned, 3 walks and 3 strikeouts, and threw a wild pitch. Brewer falls to 0-2, 4 2/3 innings, 6 hits allowed, 4 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks and 1 strikeout. He actually allowed 5 runs in the actual game, and lasted just 4 1/3 innings. So pretty close to number of innings pitched. So for the Detroit Tigers, Jake Wood was 0 for 3 with a run scored, also walked. Bill Bruton, 2 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. Al Kaline was 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. Rocky Calavito was 1 for 3 with a run scored. And that hit being a double, also walked. Norm Cash, 1 for 4 with a RBI. Steve Burrows, 1 for 4. For some reason I thought Burrows had 2 RBIs, but I guess he did not. That was Bruton. I'm getting Bruton and Burrows mixed up. So Burrows 1 for 4 with a RBI. Dick Brown 1 for 3. Chico Fernandez 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. And Frank Leary 0 for 3 with a run scored. Bubba Morton with a pinch hit. A pinch hit at bat, but did not get on. 0 for 1. So for the Red Sox, Chuck Schilling 1 for 3 with a walk. So both Schilling and Yastrzemski were thrown out stealing. Geiger 0 for 4. Yastrzemski had a good day, 2 for 3 with a run scored. Average up to 205. Vic Wertz had to leave the game with an injury, but he'll be okay after today. 0 for 3 with a run scored. Jackie Jensen 2 for 4 with 2 runs batted in, including a double. Pete Reynolds 1 for 4. Russ Nixon 0 for 1. Jim Pagliarone had a pinch hit walk. Pumpsy Green 0 for 4. Tom Brewer did not get an official at bat. I think he had bunted both times that he came out to the plate. Billy Muffet not an official at bat. Stallard didn't get an official at bat. Carroll Hardy, pinch hitter, 1 for 1. Chet Nichols did not get an official at bat. Don Budden came as a pinch runner for Pagliarone in the ninth. Rip Popolski finally gets stopped as he goes 0 for 1. And so that is going to be it as the Red Sox fall to the Detroit Tigers. So rubber game, I believe, will be tomorrow, but they have one more game left in the series. So we'll see you then in game number, I think that's game number 13. So the Red Sox with the loss fall now to 3-9. They're actually 6-6, so it's still 3 games off their pace. And I'm just going to check and see real quick. See the results of the next game. So the Red Sox, actually, this was just a short 2-game series. So my bad on that one, as they gain a split in the series, and they'll be off to face the Cleveland Indians. So they had a bunch of really weird 2-game series. This one was a Thursday and Saturday series. And it wasn't the rainout, or if there was any, was on the Friday, because they played Cleveland on Sunday. So they had a series that ended in the middle of the weekend back then. So it's pretty strange by today's standards. So the Red Sox will face a series with the Indians, so which means you'll have to get the pictures for the Indians, because I don't think we've faced them yet. Could be wrong on that, but I don't think so. So let's see how long a series this is going to be. So it's going to be a 1, 2, another short 2-game series against Cleveland, and then they'll go on to Kansas City. So this is going to be a short 2-game series in Cleveland, and then back on the road to face the Kansas City Athletics for, let's see how long this series is. Another 2-game series. So a bunch of 2-game series back then. There were a few 3-game series, but looks like not that many. So maybe that's just a thing of the future, or a thing that didn't happen yet that we take for granted now. So thank you for joining me, Eric from High Ground Gaming, and we'll see you in the next Kai Yastrzemski career replay, 1961 season, using Inside Pitch Baseball. So take care, and from Miss Maggs and Mr. Brody, God bless.